Hey guys, it's Nellie, and I'm here to talk to you about sponsoring today. With sponsoring, it's not always easy. For me, it took almost about 11 months after I signed up as a consultant before I sponsored my very first consultant. And that was, it actually happened by accident. My husband is a realtor, Matt's a realtor, and so he sends out a monthly newsletter, and one of his clients loves Scentsy, and she just called me out of the blue and said, hey, I would like to sign up. So I was like, awesome, that's great. My second recruit came just a few days later, and so she was one that we had several conversations with about the Scentsy opportunity and how it can bless her, and she did ultimately sign up as well. And so there's going to be all kinds. When I enrolled, I was introduced to Scentsy by a friend. She had a party, couldn't go, decided that I wanted to purchase, but as I was looking through the catalog, I thought, oh my gosh, I really kind of want everything in the catalog. So I decided that I was going to just enroll and kind of look at it as though it was going to be like, I think I was a part of a book club at the time for my kids, and so we were getting books each month, and so I kind of thought of it as more of a club in a sense, where I could get my products probably for less, and if it didn't make it, no big deal. But so I actually went online and did a consultant finder, and I found that consultant who had a story in her picture, and I signed up underneath her. And it wasn't until a couple years after I had enrolled that I actually finally met her face to face at a event that we had put on for consultants that I was presenting at. And so, you know, everybody does Scentsy for different reasons. Some people do it just for the discounts and the hobby, and other people decide that they want to create a business, a full-on business, and grow it to the point where, you know, you can actually support your family and find financial freedom and beyond. So there's little bits of everything in between. And so what your job is to find out what each individual person's why would be, what's going to make them tick. Think of the word tiny. Their interests, not yours. So we're not going to go and approach people because you need a consultant in order for you to earn an incentive trip or whatever the case may be. You're looking to bless others with a Scentsy opportunity just like you've been blessed. So you're sharing that, you're passing, you know, you're kind of paying it forward in a sense. And we know that if you want to be successful in the Scentsy business, you want to grow a business beyond just having it as a hobby. In order to earn any incentives, you are going to be required to sponsor. But along with that, you grow in ways that is so difficult to even describe, like things that I've been able to experience because of my Scentsy business. Wow, I can't even. Okay, so again, their interest, not yours. So find out what it is that is going to. Okay, so I heard an analogy one time, and it was if your toilet is broken, it's plugged, you're plunging in, it will not work, and you need to call out a plumber. And it's going to cost you $100 in order for them to fix your toilet. But it's the only toilet in your house. It's overflowing. It's causing a mess. It stinks. It's gross. You need a functioning toilet. And so what are you going to do? You are going to find a way to make it happen so you can pay that plumber to fix your toilet. $100. So what is going to get somebody off their wallet? What's going to get them to want to make that a $99 investment in Scentsy, to use it as a hobby or to ultimately change their life? And so it's about listening to their, you know, to what's going on with them and seeing how Scentsy can fit in and bless their life. And I think I might do a couple videos because there's some Mythbusters too that we can do. Oh good, it stayed. I had had a reminder come up and I thought, oh my gosh, now my video's done. Sorry, lost track. Anyways, so their interests, not yours. And then what else was I gonna say? Oh, you need to share it with everybody. Absolutely everybody. I don't care if it's your neighbor, your babysitter, your friends at church, your kids' friends from school, their parents, you know, whatever, just anybody, your customers, your hostesses, anybody that's interested in Scentsy, just plant the seeds. You're going to be planting lots and lots of seeds. And if you think of like a farmer, they plant millions of seeds, but only thousands of them actually germinate and grow. But if they didn't plant those millions of seeds, then, you know, if they did thousands and only hundreds would grow, and they would have smaller crops. And so you have to think of it in larger and much larger. And so having these conversations with people about Scentsy, about the opportunity, and look for little ways, you know, if somebody is like, oh my gosh, you have such cute shoes, or I love your bag, and then you can say, oh my gosh, thanks so much, I paid for it with my Scentsy check. And it opens up that door for them to be like, oh, Scentsy, okay, well, either they know about Scentsy or they're going to start asking questions, but it's planting seeds along the way. And so just kind of squeezing in those little conversations are going to make a huge difference. Look guys, Scentsy is our life. It is a part of our life, and whether you're a Scentsy consultant as a hobby or you're a Scentsy consultant as a business owner, it's a part of you. And I've told people before, you know, I've lost opportunities where I should have said something to somebody about, oh, you know, oh, you just stay home with your kids. Yep, but I am also a Scentsy consultant. And so I get to work from home. How cool is that? And, you know, make sure that you are integrating it in your conversations when you meet people for the first time. And even with those friends of yours, because if you're not reiterating, hey, you know, talking about Scentsy this, Scentsy that every once in a while, and I'm not talking about bombarding them, but bring it up, because if they don't know that you're still a consultant after a year or 2 years or whatever it is, they might assume that you're no longer a consultant, and they don't ask you about it, and they end up seeing the next consultant at the expo event that they walk through, and they end up buying Scentsy from them instead of you, or they end up booking a party through somebody else and not you, or they might join under somebody else and not you. So you have to keep those conversations going, even over and over and over again. We know that it takes 5 to 8 times for somebody to hear something before they'll be like, oh yeah, okay, I might be interested in that. And that's the way it is. That's marketing. Like, you can't go and advertise in the newspaper once and expect everybody to see it. Why do you think there's billboards everywhere? Why do you think that those people that are advertising in on the billboards are also on the radio, or also in the newspaper, or you know, whatever? It's recognition, it's branding. And so you have to get it out there that you are a Scentsy consultant. So wear branded clothing, take your car, get a bag that says Scentsy on it, carry that around with you, just anything to remind people that you are a Scentsy consultant and that they should come to you, whether they need to buy, host, or join. Let's see what else. Okay, well, that's what I was going to talk about. Sorry. So their interest, not yours. The plumber planting seeds. It takes time. You're not going to be able to convince everybody. And I recently heard somewhere, oh, it was on a director call recently, that somebody said, recruit using the business opportunity and the crazy and limited potential that you have with the business, and back it up with the product. And so I don't know, there's a couple ways that I've been kind of sponsoring people as though, oh, well, you know, you can do this as a hobby, just get the discount, kind of think of it as like a Sam's Club membership, and then that's how they think about it. But if you go into it as though this is a business, you can earn free vacations, you can support your family and earn ultimately financial freedom as a Scentsy consultant, then that's like setting the sights a little bit higher for them and helping them see how amazing Scentsy is, and how what an awesome opportunity they have at their fingertips if they really work their business. So make sure that when you are sponsoring new consultants that they are aware of the Shooting Star Award and the Sensational Start. Help them get on the right foot. Help them get their business going by achieving these goals. They get free product credit, they get cheap product or discounted product, and you know, they automatically immediately get that feel good, hey, I did it, and they get that motivation, and they want to do more. So reward those behaviors that you want to see repeated, and they will repeat those. So paychecks should be motivation. Sometimes they aren't always, but I know that it is for me. We know that, okay, so break it down for them. So if, you know, if they just want to get a $100 pair of shoes or spend $100 on a pair of shoes every month, then help them figure out what they need to do every month in order to get that $100. And so if they sell $500 in product every month, then they're going to get about $125 in commission. And if they build a team, now they're going to be earning money off of the team that they have below them, that have joined underneath them. So $500, that's, everybody should be shooting for $500 every single month to get in that habit, to get in that practice. That should be the minimum goal, because then when you do sponsor, then you get to earn off of their commissions as well. You know, if they want $300 a month, you know, then they need to sell like $1,000, and then break it down. How many parties do they have to do in order to get that? If they're doing, you know, $500, that's 1 to 2 parties, depending on how great the parties are. Sometimes 3, depending. You know, $200 is the minimum to earn host rewards. So 2, 4, 6. You know, there's 3 parties right there, and they're going to surpass that $500 mark in order to earn off their team, and also to get at least a $125 check. And so then what steps do you need to take? You need to ask people to host. If they're going to place an order, they might as well give it a shot. If they're somebody that I met with yesterday was going to make about a $135 order, and I said, well, who else do you know that might be interested in Scentsy? And she's like, oh, well, my mom, her mom's a customer, her sister, her cousin, and so she already had a list of people that she could get in contact with, and so she decided she was going to in fact take the bake party with her and see if she could collect some orders. And if she added on to that $135 in orders, then she got $200 in sales, and she can get some extra half price and free items. But if she got that $200 without her own sales, then now we can get what she wanted at a discount. She came back with nothing, she was going to spend the money anyways. So I feel like I'm getting off on a tangent here, but showing them how easy it is to get people to want to get the discounts and to get the free and half price Scentsy will help them see that this is something that they can do as well. Okay, so now we're at 13 and a half minutes. I think that'll be it for now. If you guys have any questions, or you guys just want to talk, feel free. I can keep going and going and going. I can give you tons of information. The problem is I have trouble keeping it like a 2 or 3 minute video. So please let me know if this was helpful to you or not. If there was more information that you want to know, please post or contact me, private message me, call me, whatever, and we'll get you there. We're gonna keep on working on this and keep those recruiting conversation. Oh, have recruiting packets. There's a post that I did before. If you just do a search on our team page for recruiting packets, and it has information about what I put in my recruiting packets, and do the 50-10 rule. Make 50 samples of wax, of washer whips, of clothing conditioner, laundry liquid, whatever you want, the hand cream, whatever. 50 samples altogether, plus 10 recruiting or possibilities packets, and have those conversations and get those out every single month. That's 60 conversations that you can have all month long. So always be prepared with that, and get out there and share Scentsy, and make sure you share that opportunity. Oh, one more thing. Share it with everybody. You never ever know who is interested and who is not. The quiet person at the party might actually be the one that the wheels are turning and she's more interested than the person that's actually asking the millions of questions about the opportunity. You never know. Ask everybody, and that goes for buying, hosting, and joining. And it's kind of like if you were to start handing out candy to people and you only hand it out to 6 of the 10 people in the room, what are those other 4 people going to think? Like, oh, why didn't I get any candy? Why didn't she ask me? What's wrong with me? Am I not good enough? Nope, they definitely are. So make sure that you're sharing it with everybody. Don't let people feel like they're being left out. And even if they say no, that's okay. You can move on to the next person. They just aren't ready today. That doesn't mean that they won't be ready in the future. So have an awesome day, guys.